Welcome, learners. In our virtual discussion, we will gonna have your lesson 2.1 and our first quarter. So, if you're ready to learn, let's start. Now, in your screen, we have the objectives. This lesson, you are expected to first describe and define union of sets, intersection of sets. Second, you will gonna perform the set of operations of union of sets and intersection of sets. And the third one, you are expected to illustrate and represent the union and intersection of sets using Venn diagram. Now, before we start our lesson proper, let's have an activity first. It's called Let Me Out. Okay, for the instruction of this activity, you must get your bag. Okay? You can pause this video in order for you to get your bag if it's nowhere to be found. Okay, after that, you're gonna take out the things inside your bag. Okay? And then sort them according to their use. For example, something that can be used as writing, or something to be used as hygiene products, or as something that can be used as reading. It's all up to you. Okay, if you're done with your activity, let's have analysis. How did you classify what was inside your bag? What are those that you have classified? Let me hear your answers. Okay, or write it down. Second, from those you classified, what are those that have in common? What are those who have none? And lastly, compare to the next person to your right, or if none, just compare the things you have classified. What are the common things or the different with them? Okay, you might wondering what's the purpose of our activity. Well, we're gonna see that in our lesson. So let's start. Do you remember what's Venn diagram? Well, if so, let's start our discussion right away. Based on the figure shown, determine the elements that belong to both A and B. You'll know that the figure shown is a Venn diagram, right? In A we have in A we have 10, 20, 1, and 12. And also in B we have 36, 25, and 1 in B. And 1 and 12, I mean. So, ang naadiri ang nandito, ano daw, ang meron na elements, which is, ang elements, kay kaning mga numbers inside the Venn diagram. Nga, mayroon ang A at B. Okay? No? Sagot. So, tama. Ang sagot ay 1 at saka 12. Kasi, mayroon si A at saka B nun. So, ibig sabihin, the elements that belong to both A and B are 1 and 12. Now, we have the second question. Determine the elements that belong to A or B or both. How many are there in each set? So, you can pause this video in order for you to answer that. So what do you think the answer is? So the elements are all elements in A and all elements in B. So therefore the answers are the elements of A or B or both. You have 1, 12, 10, 25, 20, and 36. How many are there in each set? So first set we have, the first set is the union, right? A and B, the elements of A and B. So there, each set we have 1 and 2, and then next one here, A or B or both of the elements A and B, we have 6. So there are 6 elements in a set of A or B. So I hope you guys understand what was the figures was all about earlier. Now we have the important terms to remember. Let A and B be sets. The union of sets A and B, denoted by A union B, is the set that contains those elements that belong to A, B, or to both. An element X belongs to the union of the sets A and B if and only if X belongs to A or X belongs to B or to both. This tells us that A union B equals X such that X A or X B. So, using the Venn diagram, as you can see in the figure, all of the sets A and of B are shaded to show A union B. So, ibig sabihin, you can see the rectangle, and then inside of it, we have here the U, which is the sign for universal set, and then the sets A and the sets B. So, therefore, A and B was shaded because of the fact that it is an operation of union. So therefore, lahat ng elements sa A at lahat ng elements sa B is ano to ang answer when you say that A union B. So for example, let's have in set A is the names of the band na gustunin mo. For example, we have sige, let's throw another example. Let's have for set A is set of the favorite animes you have watched. And then the second one is the K-pop artist or group na gusto mo rin. So, ang union niyan is yung lahat ng elements dito sa may anime, for example, Hunter x Hunter, ano pa ba? Tower of Gods, anything. You can put it all in set A and in set B. You have the group of K-pop. Okay, we have Twice, EXO, BTS, and kahit ano. So, ang union nilang dalawa is yung lahat. So, lahat-lahat na. Okay, combination of the two sets. So, that is union. Okay, now let's move on to the second one. Let A and B be sets. The intersection of the sets A and B denoted by A, kabaliktaran yung union kanina. A intersection B is the set containing those elements that belong to both A and B. An element X belongs to the intersection of the sets A and B if and only if X belongs to A and X belongs to B. This tells us that A intersection B equals X A and B. So using the Venn diagram below, or using the Venn diagram beside me, the set A intersection B consists of shared region A and B. Okay, so you can see that na siya arrow, right? So, ano siya ang intersection of sets A and set B. So let's say, ang earlier na example is the family. Set A is your father na size, which is 5. And then, sa set B is natay 9 sa imong mga side. So, kunyari so, ang intersection nila is naadyoy mama o papa sa set A and set B. So, the intersection could be mama o papa. Or pwede po kung ang set A, paano natin ko sa kukunin natin sa side sa papa mo is babae lang. Kunyari, may 3 doon. So, 3 dito. Meron ding 3 dito. So, ibig sabihin, may 6 na. So, yun yung so that is an example of intersection. Now, sets whose intersection is an empty set are called disjoint sets. So, for example, our second example earlier was anime and K-pop. Intersection between them could be that is a form of entertainment, right? It is form for fun, it is also, so ang ilahang common lang. So, sa union is the combination of all, and then here in the intersection part is ilahang common. So, when we say the anime and also the K-pop industry, they are both entertainment, right, to the Filipinos and other people as well. Okay? Gets na? And we are here in the last part. The cardinality of the union of two sets is given by the following equation. N times A union B is equals to NA plus NB minus N of A intersection B. For example, when we say cardinality of A, the cardinality of A will be N of A. So those are the important terms you have to remember. First one, you have the union, which is the combination of the sets. Next, we have the second one is the intersection, which is the common of the sets. So lastly, we have the cardinality. Okay? Now we are done in our discussion. You have to do the application of this course. So for your assignment, this is just recalling of what we have learned earlier today. So you might want to screen record this application assignment. Great job, guys! You are now ready for lesson 2.2. So, see you in our next discussion. Bye-bye!